Research says resilience and grit determine quality of life in a crisis. But what is resilience? Who are the ordinary people doing extraordinary things while staying healthy and safe during COVID? How do they persevere with passion in the middle of a public health crisis? Join us as they share their stories and show us everything.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and I'm very excited to introduce you today to two of the most exciting talents that I've had the good fortune to run into here at the Jersey Shore. First is Kyle Ward, an incredible composer, a graduate of the Berklee School of Music, a gentleman that plays the guitar at the age of 24 like someone I've never seen before in my 50 years of being involved in the entertainment business. So KW will be with us on the show, and maybe, if you're lucky enough, you'll get to see him perform. Jimmy Giuliano, my neighbor's son. Go figure that my neighbor's son was a talented radio host and commentator down south. Quite frankly, Kentucky, you made a big mistake by letting this young man go. But we have the good fortune of having Jimmy G with us. So, gentlemen, I turn this over to you in good hands and with the excitement of all the young people that'll be watching and the older people that'll be watching you two adventure out into Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Go get them, boys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. It's a great introduction. I'm Jimmy G.
My name is Kyle Ward. And Jimmy, we are just two ordinary people. I'm a musician, a producer, an aspiring artist, and you're a radio personality and a host, right? So, we're similar but different. We're into entertainment, but opposites attract. So I think this is going to be a pretty good time.
Yeah, fun time. Our relationship already is fantastic, and the point of the show us everything. It's ordinary people like Kyle and I around the Jersey Shore and around the state of New Jersey, and showing what ordinary people are doing during this unfortunate, unique pandemic. And we want to get out and about and show the East Coast and the world, really, what these great people do.
Right. Hardworking, talented people who just want to help others, and they just want to use their success and their skills to benefit the world.
Absolutely. This is show us everything, and we can't wait to get out and about. Let's go check it out.
Let's do it.
What's going on? It's Jimmy G. Show us everything. And during the pandemic, the comfort foods are really taking over. I ran about 5-6 miles today on the boardwalk just to make sure that I can eat a cheesesteak here at Vinny's Pizza in Wall, New Jersey. And something about their cheesesteak, it's one of a kind. It's one of the best in the state of New Jersey. And even people from Philadelphia make their way here at the Jersey Shore just to give their cheesesteak a chance. So we're gonna go inside and meet the owners of Vinny's Pizza, once again in Wall, New Jersey. And we're gonna find out and uncover the secret sauce that's behind their magnificent cheesesteak. Come on, let's go inside. Absolutely thrilled to be here with the owner of Vinny's Pizza in Wall, New Jersey, Nick. How are you, Nick?
Good.
Give elbows.
Good.
Nick, you have probably one of the greatest last names, in New Jersey. How do you pronounce it?
Parascandolo.
Palascando. And Nick, talk about Vinny's Pizza and how long it's been here.
1971.
1971, and you brought a lot of your recipes straight from Italy, right?
Yes.
And that sauce that you're making out in the back.
Yeah, it was my grandmother's recipe.
Your grandmother's recipe. Can you talk about it, or is it something that's kind of hidden?
No, it's very easy. Just carrots, onions, and celery, and you have to do.
I love
it's very
that.
easy.
Yeah, and most importantly, we're here to talk about your cheesesteaks, comfort foods during an uncomfortable situation. Your cheesesteaks are known to be some of the best throughout the entire state of New Jersey. Even people from Philadelphia come by and stop by.
Yes. We got people from all over coming to try it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What makes your cheesesteak so good?
The way I like it, the way I eat, the way I, and everybody like it. It's, you have to use good stuff.
Yeah, I remember we were talking once too that you refused to put the cheese whiz.
I don't put no cheese whiz. It's enough for New Jersey. I know, people, they want to bring his own things like potatoes or what. Even if it's good, I don't do it because I live on a cheesesteak and I want to stay with whatever I got it for so many years, and we okay.
That's awesome. And obviously during this interesting time of COVID and business restrictions, how is your business implementing, to deal with COVID, and how are things going? At least?
The business needs to go down like 35-40%. But thank God we got the cheesesteak. They keep us survive. And the people love it, and the people still come in and call them up for cheesesteak,
Absolutely, and you have people from Brick, Philadelphia, up North Jersey, just to come and check out Vinny's.
Yes, because in the summer, everybody from North Jersey, they go to Belmont. And everybody knows Vinny's Pizza for years. From the older one to the kids, they come here. And now, you keep coming. And every time you see the passerby on Route 35, they stop by.
Absolutely. And you've been making pizzas as well, obviously, everything. You have a tremendous menu. When you see something like a chicken, bacon, ranch, barbecue, buffalo pizza, is that something that you would ever think of back in the day?
Today, and I put a cheesesteak on the pizza. Every day you got to try to do some things different to bring people in and to make people. We know 1971 is just a larger sausage and larger pepperoni.
It's not like that
It's
anymore.
over, done. And now we got to put more stuff on the pizza. We put a mac pizza. We do a tacos pizza. We do a whatever. In the morning I get up and I say, oh, maybe I put a potato chips on top. You know what I mean? You got to do some things different every
Absolutely.
day.
Talk about the cheesesteak one more time here. How long does it take you to cook something like this? It looks like it's a pretty quick chopped process. 5 to 10 minutes.
Right now, they're taking me like less than 5 minutes to make like a cheesesteak for everybody.
That's awesome. Let's get to it. Let's make a cheesesteak.
Now I want to make one cheesesteak. This one is it was one night. It was me and my friend Charlie. I don't know if you guys know. And we tried to make a cheesesteak, and he liked this one. And now I want to make like a Charlie's cheesesteak. Salt and pepper. Every bread, we gotta put a bit of toast. Right now they take a little bit longer because of the grill, we just open them up. But they only take like a few minutes. We chop it up.
Hey Nick, what seasoning do you use? And
Black pepper and salt.
And salt, okay.
That's it.
And what kind of cheesesteak are you making right now? I know this is the Charlie special, but
This
what's
one
in it?
is like just onions, mushrooms, and then the cheese.
Okay, and Nick, what's maybe your most choice cheesesteak? Is it just plain, or do a lot of people go with the onions,
No,
peppers?
a lot of people, they get like mushrooms, a lot of people that take peppers and onions. And they come with this is like we sell a lot of California style.
Okay.
California is a mayo, lettuce, and tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's...
Absolutely. Do people go with the sauce, with their homemade sauce that you have in the kitchen? They put that on as well?
Yes, and the Vinny special, they come with sauce.
And I know a lot of people, throughout the Jersey Shore and, throughout the Philadelphia area, their main, favorite thing about cheesesteak is the bread. Where do you get your bread?
Nino's from Long Branch.
Okay. And there's what we were talking about before. No cheese whiz, just the perfect American cheese,
Just
white
symbols,
American.
that's it. And
Yeah.
if you want to put some things, you on your own, because I'm not even doing it. To me, no.
No,
I'm
really?
not even doing it.
Wow.
If you do on your own. My cheesesteak is gotta be simple, that's it.
Crazy. I dumped the ketchup on it. I know that.
Oh no, ketchup is fine. My
Okay.
people, they want ketchup. I don't blame it, because people, they like it. Ketchup and mayonnaise, hot sauce, everything is together, fine.
Absolutely.
But we try to be more simple,
Wow, that cooks pretty fast. Look at that thing. That is
If
beautiful.
you see this one now, and you see the pictures over there, you see Charlie's cheesesteak. If you want a sauce, I can put a sauce. If you want a ketchup, I put ketchup. But if you want more stuff on the Charlie cheesesteak, it's yours, you on your own. Symbols.
That is fantastic. Great job, Nick. I can't wait to try it.
This is a cheesesteak on a pizza.
Yeah, it's absolutely
with
fantastic.
With 3 kinds of cheese. and people love it.
Even a cheesesteak pizza, no matter what, the cheesesteaks here are perfect. Thanks so much from Vinny's on Highway 35 in Wall Township. Nick, thank you so much for letting us stop by and check out some of your stuff. And good things are on the horizon after this pandemic.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to send it over to Kyle.
Hey guys, Kyle Ward here. We just witnessed Jimmy and Nick create a delicious, delicious cheesesteak that would make any Philadelphia native proud. But we're now going to take a different approach to comfort food in these tumultuous times. We're going to meet Diane Hendricks, chef, author, host of her own show, and a guest on many others. I don't know about you, but she's unique because she is a dietitian, right? So she focuses on the health aspects of popular dishes. So I'm hungry, I'm ready for some food. It's early in the morning, but I don't care. Follow me in, let's get some stuff. All right, guys, we're here with Diane. We're in the kitchen. It's looking good already. Thank you for having us. How you doing today?
Good, 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 and welcome to my kitchen.
Thank you for having us. I'm distracted.
I know, well, it's pasta.
That's right.
Who doesn't get distracted by pasta?
So why don't you tell me a little about yourself and what you do?
Oh, I'm a registered dietitian and a chef, and I have my own catering company. So I'm sure you're going to ask me about the pandemic, so I'm just going to lead right into it.
Perfect.
My gigs are usually 100 people or more, and I'm the exclusive caterer for Manhattan Motor Cars in New York.
Okay.
So whenever they launch a new, like, Bentley or Rolls Royce or something, we do events, and that's really
Excellent.
for 12 months out of the year.
Can you get me one?
I can't even get myself one. But after, when COVID hit, obviously all the events ended.
Right.
So I've been really at a standstill since March. And, you know, I feel for all of my brick and mortar restaurant friends because it's horrifying to see what's happening. So
It is horrifying.
So because I'm a caterer and I don't have that overhead because I rent a commercial kitchen for the gigs themselves, so it's
Sure.
not a regular, you know, monthly rent. It's when I have something I rent it, I use the commercial kitchen. So I
Yeah.
had to get creative. I had no other option than to
Right.
get creative. So I started Diane Daily Dish, which is a personal, individually prepared meal service.
Cool.
So and there's pickup and delivery.
Okay.
So I mean, when life throws you lemons, you know, you
Weaving
make
and
lemonade,
bobbing.
right?
That's right.
Bobbing
That's
and
right.
weaving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
getting that off the ground has taken a little bit. You know, it's a lot of work, but you know, it's easier for people. They're portion controlled. Everything's healthy, and I use the least amount of salt, fat, and sugar to you know
Okay.
achieve the best results. But
Right.
I had no other option than to get creative. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Right, right.
So.
Well, it still looks good. I don't care if it's healthy, if it's vegan, if it tastes good, it tastes good.
Yeah, well, it's got cheese in it, you know. The
Okay.
cheese, you know, there's so many ways to cook healthy without sacrificing flavor. So I use extra virgin olive oils and very good heart healthy fats and nuts and seeds and things like
Wow.
citrus juices to add flavor without adding extra salt and unhealthy
Take note.
fats. So
Very cool.
yeah, so that's really it. So the pandemic has caused a lot of us to get creative and try to figure out a way to literally survive because the
right.
bills don't stop just because there's a pandemic.
That's
so
right, right?
so
Okay.
it's been tough, but I'm doing it.
Let me ask you something else. In a time when we go right to the negatives, what
Right.
is the most positive thing that's happened for you in the last few months? You know, what's the best thing, something that's just like, you know, light in the tunnel?
Spending so much time with my kids.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, it's crazy having them both home and just spending. You know, we've been watching noir 1940s movies like a couple times a week and spending time together. So that's really been the best thing. I got to know them in ways I never thought possible. So
Wonderful.
it's wonderful.
Same with my family as well.
It's
Bonding
amazing.
time.
Yeah, at the beginning you're like, what am I going to do for 3 months with up each other's butts here? But it really, it's been fantastic. So
Right.
yeah, that's it.
All right. What do you say? We're gonna cook some food?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm out of here. I don't know what I'm
Then
doing.
I'll take my mask off so I can start cooking. Okay, so let's make some mac and cheese with cauliflower. I love mac and cheese. It's not necessarily the healthiest thing, but if you bulk it up with some cauliflower, you cut back on the pasta. I use some olive oil instead of butter. Gives it a really nice flavor, and it's really, really delicious. And it's comfort food season, so people are looking for like stick to your ribs kind of cheesy, gooey, ooey food. So if you're looking for comfort food, you definitely don't want a salad. So let's do this, okay? All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn on this burner. This is a portable burner. My stove's over there, so we're doing it here. There we go. We got to get it hot. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make what's called a roux, which is a combination of flour and fat, which is going to allow a sauce to thicken. So instead of using butter, I like to use extra virgin olive oil. You can use any kind of oil you want, avocado oil, but the key is with a roux to use 1 part flour to 1 part fat. So what we're doing is we're gonna shake some of this flour in here, and then we're gonna whisk it up. And this pan that I'm using is Made In. It's a really awesome cookware line that I just started partnering with. It's wonderful. Non-stick, awesome, you should check it out, Made In. Okay, so we've got this. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. And if you feel like it's too thick, as we're making the sauce, if it's too thick, you can add more milk. If it's too thin, you can add more flour. It's as easy as that. Okay, so we have that cooking up. And now I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then, okay, so that's perfect. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit, and now we're going to add some milk. Now you can use any kind of milk that you like. You can use almond milk, you can use oat milk, cow's milk, dairy milk, anything you like. If you're going for non-dairy, I'm a huge fan of oat milk. I think it's great because it has a neutral flavor. And it doesn't, you know, like the almond milk sometimes tastes like almonds, but the oat milk, oats are so bland, it kind of gives it a really nice, nice calm flavor that's very neutral. So I'm gonna keep whipping this up until it starts to get nice and thick. Now you wanna make sure that you thin it out enough because you don't want it to taste all floury. So it's not, you know, you wanna just make sure that you got a nice combination going here. And here we go, we got it good. So now to this, I'm going to add some cheeses. Are you in that pot? That's great. Okay, actually before that, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. I come from I'm Italian-Irish, and the Italian side pops out all the time when it comes to garlic, so. Okay, so that's getting nice and thick. I'm gonna add a little bit more milk and turn this down a little bit, not off. We're gonna turn it down, okay? And you can see that that's starting to get thick in that pot. It's perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna add, I just added a pinch of salt. I'm gonna add some black pepper. And at the end, I'll always add crushed red pepper. Those of you who know me know I'm obsessed with it. I love crushed red, I grew up with it. Okay, so we have this perfect little combination of garlic powder, salt, pepper, flour, and extra virgin top quality olive oil. Now, I'm gonna take this and I'm going to add, I'm gonna switch from the whisk now to the spatula, and I'm gonna add cheese. This is just a regular cheddar cheese. Gonna add that, and in my mac and cheese, I always put a little Parmigiano Reggiano. It's so good. You can also use any type of cheese you like. You can use Swiss cheese, Gruyere, anything, your favorites. That's the beauty of cooking on top of the stove, is that if you don't like something, don't use it. If you don't like garlic powder, don't put it in. No problem.
So Diane, what's your key ingredient? Is it the milk, the oil, the cheese? What gives your specific mac and cheese that signature special? You know, what makes it so mouth-watering?
I think it's the garlic powder, and for me, it's the olive oil, the extra virgin olive oil, that delicious flavor of that olive oil rather than butter, which is a saturated fat. Sure. I mean, I love butter, but in something like this, you need quite a bit of it. So,
and oh my gosh, ingredients. And all these ingredients are easy to get. COVID, no. I mean, all these things are just simple household things. Anyone could go pick these up.
Absolutely, and actually, you probably have half the stuff in your house anyway.
That's right.
So this is nice and thick. Can you get in this pot here so you can see it? This is what now. So this is kind of like our cheesy sauce right here. You can see that, how nice and thick it is, but it's not too thick and it's not too thin, so it's perfect. Now we're gonna the easy part is we're just gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to add the pasta, and I'm using classic elbow macaroni. I like mini shells.
Oh man.
I love the little mini shells, but I didn't have any, so this is what happened to be in my house. I'm not gonna use it all because I don't wanna overfill this pot. Oh my gosh, and you get that all in there. Oh my, it's so good.
Diane, does the family ever chip in when cooking, or is this your domain and everybody stay out?
Oh no. Both my kids, Luke and Derek, they are phenomenal cooks.
Oh wow.
And my oldest, Luke, has a hot sauce brand called Complete Goner sauce that is so good. He uses blueberries and kiwis and coffee and you name it, all these wonderful things. So you just check it out, Complete Goner. Yeah. Then I'm gonna add cauliflower. So now what this is doing, you know, cauliflower is like everybody, it's like almost played. Or, you know, like cauliflower could talk. It'd be like, all right, leave me alone. So, but I love it in this because it bulks it up. So this cauliflower was just steamed, so it's soft, but a little bit al dente. And that's all she wrote. So that's all the ingredients that we need. And we have this delicious, cheesy, ooey gooey mac and cheese. That's Sydney in the back, my dog. Can't get away from it. And nothing like a Zoom meeting with a barking dog, right? Have you ever done it?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is you're gonna take a baking dish, just measure and eyeball the size that you think. I use either extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil spray. Try to stay away from those like artificial ones. And right here we have like pure avocado oil here.
Cool.
I love that. And that's gonna keep it from sticking too much, which it doesn't matter, but it makes cleanup so much easier. Okay, so then, I know I should have done it that way for you. Whoop.
Oh,
How about
that's
that?
quite
Nice.
all right.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Look at that flip. Okay, so now we have this cauliflower with the pasta, and it's all ready to go, but there's one more thing we have to add, and that's because both my kids love that breadcrumby topping. I don't need it. I like this just like this. So I'm gonna show you how to make a simple topping. So right here, I have a combination of seasoned breadcrumbs and plain panko crumbs, which gives a nice flavor. And I'm going to add some grated Parmigiano Reggiano. So we had the shaved in the mac and cheese, but this is the grated. And then all we're gonna do, let me get rid of some of this so it doesn't spill all over the place. And I can save this for later. This can go in the freezer. I have a show called Fresh to Frozen and Back that's on Roku and Amazon, where I teach you how to prepare fresh meals, how to freeze them properly to bring them back to the table at a later date. It's called Fresh to Frozen and Back, and it's on Amazon and Roku.
Now, did you always have that show, or did that come about from the necessity?
I've had that for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
it's just maintaining it because it's a sponsor-driven show, and it's just kind of hard because a lot of brands don't understand streaming as much as network. So it's very interesting. But streaming is the way of the world now, right?
Yes.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add just some olive oil to that, and I'm just gonna use my hands, and we're just gonna make like almost like a crummy. Just make sure everything's wet, and that's what's gonna help with brown. So we're gonna have to stick it in the oven after we do this, and then you just take it and you just kind of crumble it all on the top here. Look at that. Can't go wrong there, right? Now that's comfort in a pan. I love it. You like mac and cheese?
Oh, be liberal with that
Who
crumb
doesn't?
stuff right
You
there.
too, huh?
Throw it on there.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't?
I don't hate it, but I don't have to have it. But they're like, you got.
Well, what's your
please,
favorite
please,
food?
Please.
What's your comfort food?
My comfort food? Oh my gosh, my comfort food is when I was growing up, pastina.
Okay.
Did you ever have pastina? Little teeny tiny pasta.
Okay.
And with a little bit of pastina, with a little bit of chicken broth, a little crushed red pepper, some celery, some carrots, and it's a little Parmesan cheese. That's
So
like the
a little
ultimate
soupy
comfort food.
with the whole,
It's the
okay.
ultimate comfort food.
Good on a cold day.
Good on a cold day.
Any day.
So we're gonna stick this in the oven, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like.
What's up, guys? We're still in the kitchen. The mac is sizzling. You're wonderful. I called
Yummy.
you a culinary chemist before. I mean what I say.
Well, thank you very much.
So let me ask you, who's your favorite person or anyone of interest, celebrity chef, whatever, to work with and kind of, what are you all about with that?
I think I was most excited. I used to have a show on a website called The Daily Meal, and I would bring all my chef friends in
Sure.
and do segments. And I also, for years, was the resident guest chef at John Bon Jovi's Soul Kitchen.
Amazing.
And
Very
I
cool.
hosted, your mom actually came to a couple of them. I hosted some dinners there and brought down some of my favorite celebrity chefs to do a joint dinner with me. So I would say Lydia Bastianich, Todd English, Elizabeth Faulkner, Carla Hall. It's been, I've worked with a lot of really great chefs.
Now, how many of them prioritize healthy eating rather than, just flavor and all that is important too, but like, who, are you the only one?
No, a lot of people. I mean, my chef friend Maria Loy, who's a wonderful Greek chef, does a lot of healthy aspect. I think the world has changed in food where health used to be, I used to be in like a category. We'd have like Asian and Mexican and healthy.
Yeah.
And now
Okay.
it's not like that anymore.
Right.
It's kind of like fusing its way into all of cuisine because people are more cautious about what they put into their bodies.
Well, it's never been a more important time to eat healthy. Vitamins, all that stuff, we need to kind of keep our
boost
bodies
the immune
strong.
system, keep the body strong, and that's why I'm actually heading back into more nutrition too. So I may even go back to consulting. There was at one point I had 6 offices here in Monmouth County and a bunch of dietitians working for me. So I'm going to focus the personal chef, the prepared meals. do some specific for diets, for heart healthy, for diabetes, and you know, I know most of the doctors around here anyway, so I can you know, help their patients, and they want to be proactive in helping their patients as well. So I'll be a good resource for them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so we pulled the sucker out of the oven, and it's looking delectable.
Presto.
Oh my goodness. Let me ask
The
you
magic
something.
of television.
The magic of television, the magic of being a good chef. So, you know, I can't say I've met too many registered dietitians before. I've met some chefs, but you know, like, how are you using your skills, and what makes you unique? Like, what are you doing in these times and really utilizing that skill set?
I think what we were talking about with the individual, the prepared meal service. I don't really know anybody else that's doing it in this area. I mean, it's done on a national scale, and I am in the process of looking. I actually have found a place that is a kitchen that is already doing a similar thing that ships nationally. So as the more I build it up, and hopefully, you know, that it gets large enough that we can start shipping nationally. But my next goal is to try to go back to New York City, like deliver to New York. So, but I need enough orders in order to do that because I have delivery people, you know. So it's very unique, and it's delicious too. So, I mean, I'm a pro at making healthy food taste good. So anybody here in Monmouth County that's looking for some really good prepared meals, pickup and delivery is Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
And we deliver, and my commercial kitchen is in Long Branch. So pickup and delivery in Long Branch on Tuesdays and Fridays, and it's definitely worth the test. And I also cater, so I'm doing Christmas catering. Thanksgiving, I was swamped.
Good.
So if anybody's looking for Christmas catering, I'm doing lasagna, which is really funny with Christmas. You know, I actually had to Google traditional American Christmas meals because we always had bouillabaisse on Christmas Eve and lasagna on Christmas Day.
Lasagna, my mom too.
But when I Googled it, it was the same dinner as Thanksgiving. It's the same dinner. It's either turkey or ham, stuffing, green beans, potatoes, all of that kind of thing.
Spice it up. There's
Yeah,
more out
I'm
there.
used to seafood stew or bouillabaisse or chowder on Christmas Eve
All
and
good
lasagna
options.
on Christmas Day.
That's
So I'm doing
wonderful.
lasagna. I'm doing turkey, beef, and spinach lasagna, a chopped meatless antipasto salad, all of the sides for Thanksgiving and things like that.
Can I
So-
come over or what? The Ward family's coming over.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something else. You're clearly working. You're
Oh,
driven.
God.
You want to help people.
I'm not afraid of hard work, yes.
No, and we shouldn't be, right? And as you said before, weaving and bobbing and needing to kind of make something of nothing, kind of adjusting, right? So like, obviously you love helping people, but like what keeps you motivated and driven, and what's really just keeping you on the ball besides the bills and all that stuff, you know?
Well, I'm just passionate about food. I am just passionate. I love to cook. My kids are becoming fantastic cooks, and I think just keeping me moving is just, you know, survival.
Yeah, right.
You know, you got to survive, and if you don't stay positive, there's so much depression, and there's so many people that are in really bad ways right now. And what I would say to them is just keep your mindset and keep moving forward, because there really is no other option. So
right.
it's staying positive. I believe that if you convince yourself and say that things are going to get better, they are. And I see a light at the end of this tunnel finally. So.
Good.
That's it.
Can I,
Yep.
yeah, mine?
Yep. No double dipping. One bite.
No promises. What do you want me to say? It's delicious.
It's hot though.
I'm not even a cauliflower guy, but that works for me.
Yeah, you can't really taste the it's kind of masked with the cheese a little bit, but you're bulking half of it up, so it's equal parts cauliflower and pasta, so you really cut back on the calories.
No, that's
and
delicious.
kick up a little bit of the nutrition too.
Good.
That's it.
We need it. Thank you so much for having us, for your
thanks
hospitality.
Thank you for coming into
Your
my
wisdom.
kitchen. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's
Thanks.
right.
DianeHendricks.com.
So, she's a wizard. Show us everything.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna eat more of this. Get out of here. Have a great one.
See you later.
Cheesesteaks, macaroni and cheese, comfort foods, episode number 1 of Show Us Everything in the books.
That's right. We ate some tasty food. We met some great people. Conducted some fun interviews. And it's gonna continue in part 2, so don't go anywhere.
Part 2 next week, same time, same place. I'm Jimmy G.
I'm Kyle Ward, and this is Show Us Everything. Have a great one.
Is our